All right, folks, welcome to another live video. It's been a few months, had a lot going on over December. It is now winter in my garage, so got to start out with some long clothes. I'm gonna go ahead and get right to my first warm-up set here, and then I will start talking about whatever. If you have questions, post them down in the comments. I'll be answering questions in between sets, just talking about whatever, what I do, why I do, what I do, all that good stuff. Let's make sure this is working. Yep, sweet. And yeah, that's what we'll be doing today. I got my whole workout that I did last time linked in the description so you can check out. And got it here so I can check it out too. So I'm gonna start out with my first warm-up. I just do the bar, 15 reps. I try to control it, you know, I don't want to just slam it down really fast. Trying to warm up, not get hurt. That's, since I'm getting old, relatively, I guess. Oh, this bar is cold. Alright, felt good. I've been having some pain on and off in my right shoulder, but I've been working through it slowly, stretching a lot between sets, and it's been helping out a lot. So we're going to try to keep my shoulder healthy as much as possible. I think it's like 50 degrees out. It feels pretty nice outside right now, but in the garage, obviously it's a little cold because there's no sun in here. I do 3 to 4 warm-up sets, and if you followed me before any of these workouts, you'll notice that the workout looks noticeably different now. I have way less stuff in the session than I normally used to do. Fix the setting real quick on here. It's looking a little blue in here. There we go. But I have, stretch my shoulders a bit while I'm talking, or my chest. I have been injuring myself multiple times from squatting heavy, deadlifting. I haven't deadlifted or squat in over a month, maybe the beginning of December. My lower back was hurting again really bad for like a couple of weeks. I quit doing all that and have been only doing chest supported stuff for back. So I've been going to the gym for back, doing a lot of seated chest supported rows and stuff like that. And it's been making a big difference. Feeling my back a lot more. I don't know if I'm gonna keep doing powerlifting or what, because now that I'm getting older, my spine's already compressed a little bit. I don't want to make it worse, so I'm just gonna focus on staying relatively lean, slowly build up strength in these higher rep movements. But tell you a little bit more after this set. 10 reps with 135. But what I started doing is making my workouts really simple. I give myself 4 exercises to do per workout. So 4 for push, 4 for pull, 4 for legs. And I just focus on the first exercise, doing more sets instead of doing like 3 sets of bench, then 3 sets of incline bench, and 3 sets of dips to get my, you know, like 8 to 10 sets, working sets per session to get for twice a week, you know, close to 20 sets. Now, I'm just doing the majority of it in that first movement, because once you get a couple working sets into it, now you're actually feeling it pretty well. Why not just stay with that exercise instead of changing angles. Be like, oh, I need to hit my chest from this angle now. If I wanted, in my next workout, I could do incline bench and focus on that. Just go back and forth. And I've been feeling it a lot better. And I guess I get my safeties out now. But it's been feeling pretty good. So I do bench press. I've been doing 5 working sets and then 4 sets of dips. And then I just do lateral raises after that. So I'm not even doing 4 exercises, just 3 for a chest day, because you're getting triceps in the bench press, you're getting them again with the dips. Depending on the angle you do, it's gonna do more chest or more triceps, but you are hitting them some. And then shoulders, like my arms, I like the way they are, they're pretty big. I don't feel like I need to get bigger arms right now. I'd rather bring my chest up more, so I'm just letting the volume from the dips and the bench press maintain my triceps. Otherwise, if you do, add in some tricep extensions along with the lateral raises, superset. That's what I normally would do. What we got? Crushing it. Yeah, I'll definitely keep making more workout videos, especially as I'm not getting back into working out, but because I'm working out all the time. But it's just cold out here. I've been going to a gym, Club 4 Fitness, a lot lately just because it's cold. And I'll have to take my barbell and stick it in front of the fireplace a lot of times just so that I'm not freezing my hands out here. But yeah, I'm looking into maybe trying some of that turkesterone that Greg Doucette talks about. I've been researching it and interested to try my own test on it, but right now, creatine. That's what I'm taking. I'm trying this new, not new, but new for me, the hardcore pre-workout. It's got a little more caffeine, a little more stuff in it, but it's just lost my train of thought. The hardcore pre-workout. I don't know. I'll remember it in a second. But I got links for that and discount codes too if you want to check it out. Harder than last time, that's what I use. We get my next warm-up set. We're doing 5 of 185 here. Got my safeties up now. 185. Felt pretty good on the shoulder. I'm gonna write you back here real quick. I was, when I was doing the powerlifting, trying to pause every time I do bench pressing, and I mean, it's cool and all. You can definitely feel it, but it's also, I don't know, it's almost hard to gauge your progress sometimes doing that. I noticed for me, because, okay, well, how long of a pause, You touch your chest, stop, count 1 second, then push up, or you just letting the weight stop and then pushing up, pausing for 2 seconds, like. So I'm just going back to, I'm like overthinking it, watching too much Renaissance periodization. we go. I think we're back. Oh, I don't know if you heard any of that. Oh well, technical difficulties, yeah. Who knows? Got this running. Okay, so 2 reps here, same thing. It's gonna be heavier, but I'm still gonna control it. Just trying to loosen up my shoulders, make them feel good. Yep, that felt pretty good. So now I'm feeling good, feeling confident, nothing's hurting. Man, their air conditioner compressor sounds like it's on its last leg. I think I remember what I was gonna say earlier now though. The, what's it called? About the supplements and stuff, my competition. CamFit VIP competition. I totally forgot to put that info in the description here, but I will post that later if you're watching this. But yeah, putting on a new competition. You know, I'm gonna copy and paste that right now while I'm thinking about it. Let's turn the camera this way so that we have that information for y'all in case you want to do it. Got a $5,000 prize amount, so that's cool, and other prizes for different placings as well. I'll put that in the chat as well as the description here, and then we'll be good to go. Sweet. But for the pre-workout, I did a 1.5 scoops before I worked out, and then I put the other 1/2 scoop in just to sip on as I'm going through it. It is like 3 in the afternoon. It's 200 milligrams caffeine total, but I think I'll be fine. I usually go to bed around midnight, 11 to 12, and I don't have any problem falling asleep. So that's good. It's getting a little brighter out, finally. But yeah, so now I'm just going with 5 sets of bench, my working sets. Trying to focus on controlling the weight, not just blast through it as quick as I can because I want to, you know, make certain numbers, which I would like to, but the goal is to build muscle. And I've been sore for like 2 to 3 days each time I do this. Just a bunch of bench pressing and dips. So you get the technique down, roll the shoulder blades back, hold them, arms at a 45-ish degree angle, somewhere around here, just not rounded like this where you're using your shoulders. Makes a big difference. So we got 205. I'm gonna stretch a little more before I get this first set in. But the way I do it is I do 2 sets with 205 and then drop 10 pounds and I do 195. Then drop 10 pounds again and do 2 sets with 185, and on that last set I do a drop set. So as many as I can with 185, drop it down to 135. As many as I can again. Man, let me know if you hear that in the comments. That air conditioning compressor is loud. It's very squeaky. All right, last time I got 205 for 9. Feeling pretty good, got good sleep, eating a bunch, got my pre-workout. So let's see if today's the day that I get 10 with 205. I think that might be a record. And it goes to show too, you don't have to lift really heavy weights to get huge or to get larger muscles. I wouldn't say I'm huge, but I'm bigger than the average guy when it comes to, you know, muscle mass. Tuck those shoulder blades in, a little bit of an arch. Like to make sure I'm even here. leg drive. Yeah, it feels light now. Three, 4, 'I thought I had that. Not today. And that's why a safety rack is important. Oh. But hey, the 9th rep felt easier than the 9th rep that I did last time, so still 9. Maybe I'll put like 9.3. Because I got a third of a rep in there. Oh, Happy New Year to you too. Oops, wrong thing. Right here. No, I don't want QuickTime Player. You too. Now I got the lift of shame. For this guy up there, I could probably get thrust up the 185 up there, but I don't want to risk hurting my shoulder or hurting my back. And this gives me an excuse to rest longer. So there you go. Whew. A couple more sets and I'll probably be warm enough to take my sweater off. 205 for 9. When I'm doing bench press, it feels pretty good for me when I'm doing around the 8 to 12 rep range. I don't like doing it too long. Since that 9th one was easier, maybe I'll be able to get 9 again on my next set. Because last workout it was 9 and 8. And that's why I suggest tracking your workouts so that you have a plan going into it and you can see your progress over time. Okay. And you have something to shoot for as well. So, just like if you're trying to lose weight, you track the food you're eating to make that happen. When I'm lifting weights, I want to track what I'm eating to make it happen. Oh, QuickTime. Yeah, I was like, what's QT? Then I remembered. Now it's getting dark again in here. The sun's starting to go down a bit. Might have to turn on the lights here. You guys working out today? You already work out? You about to? What'd y'all do? I swam yesterday. Did an hour. Well, I like to go for an hour. My swim at the YMCA, they've got lap swimming in the morning from 6 to 7:55. Then they got some older folks doing aquatic classes. We had a kid wake up in the middle of the night crying. Another kid saying she threw up and then she didn't, but then she slept till like noon because she had a fever. And so I decided to just not go until the second time they had, which was 11 to 11:55. So I can't swim for a full hour. They were kind of slow on putting the lanes out. And I started at like 11:02 and got out at 11:56. It was like 54 minutes, but I got a mile and a half, 106 laps, or I think I got 108 laps. One of those, but I got at least a mile and a half. I got 120 laps last time when I did an Apple. I did 61 minutes, but a year and a half ago when I was testing out the GO2 Max. It helped me get up to, I think I topped out at like 134 or 35 laps in an hour. So that's a pretty big difference. I mean, 14 laps, that's almost that's over a 10% difference from 120 laps to 134. So, all right. I'll warm up my hands here. Let's see if we can get this. 205, round 2. Tuck those shoulders even. I think we'll stick with 8. I didn't want to have to roll it off me again, but I felt pretty good. No pains yet. Like each time, probably 3.5, 4 weeks ago, my shoulder was hurting pretty bad. I was stretching a bunch between sets, and it would loosen up. But now it's like I barely feel anything, so that's a good sign. And it's another reason I don't want to push too hard at the end and like get at a weird angle. A lot of times I've hurt myself bench pressing is like that. I'm like, oh, maybe I'll get one more. And I get down and I'm halfway up and the ego kicks in and I don't want to drop all the way back down. So I lift up my butt and then that angle change, like twice I can think of, I've tweaked my shoulder doing that. So don't be stupid like that. Oh, what we got? 45 minutes of piano practice, nice. Yeah, walking in 35 degrees is cold. Where do you live? How cold? Well, obviously, you just said how cold, but what area do you live? I'm in near Montgomery, Alabama, and it's pretty cold this morning, but it's, I don't know, in the high 40s right now. Tell you what though, if anyone knows of some good earphones or something that works underwater, let me know. Because swimming for an hour straight, I like doing it, but it gets monotonous going back and forth across the pool. I saw some like bone induction type ones that I might try. Just gotta make sure you can load stuff on it because the Bluetooth will cut out in the water. But if you've tried any and you know, please put a link in the chat or something so I can check it out. And again, if anyone has any questions about training or diet or any of that stuff, let me know and I will let you know to the best of my ability what I would do in your situation. Florida, Jacksonville? Oh, nice. Yeah. I went to the beach last New Year's with my family for a week. We did Christmas with my parents down there. And my dad wanted to try cold plunging, which I'd never really done it. And every morning we got up, it was like between close to 40 degrees out. I went to the outdoor pool and got in for anywhere from 3 minutes the first day. The most we did was 15 minutes. And I noticed that entire week, I never had any joint pain, no lower back pain, no shoulder pain, no nothing. When we worked, and I worked out hard every day. I was doing like deadlifting 365 for sets of 10, squatting heavy, bench pressing, and it felt great. So there is something to that cold plunging, but if you do it, at least if you're wanting to build muscle, from what I've learned, you don't want to do it after working out because that can stop the natural inflammation that triggers your muscles to repair themselves and make them bigger. So what we were doing was cold plunging in the morning, then lifting later in the day and doing a sauna afterwards, because I guess sauna can actually enhance the inflammation that happens from that, so it could be a good thing. Yeah, I don't mind the cold if I have good clothes, but in the summer here, It gets disgusting out here. I'm sweating so much while I'm working out. It's really uncomfortable and annoying. All right, 195, so we dropped 10 pounds off, because if I just kept doing the same weight, I wouldn't be hitting the same reps. And I stop at 185 because that's 10% of the weight I started with. And once you start getting below 10% from where you started, you're kind of done as far as strength goes. So that's kind of my reasoning behind it. But 195, 10 pounds less. Let's see what we can get out of this. Oh, hey, Iz.
Clara's supposed to bring the trash can back up, but you didn't.
Oops.
So I have to call her back.
No. I thought about it, trying 10, but I was like, you know what? I don't think I got it. So 195 for 9. You know, it's good enough. So I'm gonna strip these other 5s. That's 3 working sets of bench. We got 2 more. 2 sets with 185. And then gonna move on to dips and then a lateral raises. What else we got? Oh. Yeah, the cold plunges. I don't know, there's something about it. It'll really wake you up too. I mean, I don't enjoy it. Like, I remember each morning I'm like, had to get in the right mindset. We usually played lowrider. I don't know if y'all seen Gone in 60 Seconds. When he goes, lowrider, Donnie, lowrider. Me and my dad would say that each time and start playing it and get in because it's about 3 minutes long. And that's the minimum they say you should do, depending on the temperature, but it was around like the mid 50s, the water. And I didn't really notice it till the end of the week about the not really having any pains where I normally would. But there's something about it too, just the mental aspect of like doing something difficult. Like obviously lifting weights is difficult, but I also enjoy it, versus like fighting against myself trying to do something, the self-control aspect of it. So that's kind of cool. And overcoming that and starting the day off with something difficult like that. And supposedly floods endorphins and stuff like that. I don't know. I didn't like come up and be like, oh, I feel so great. I'm just in such a good mood. But if you are in a bad mood, it'll take you out of that because you're just thinking about like trying not to die. So there's that. If you need your mood to change, then I guess that could help out. I appreciate y'all tuning in and watching. You know, hit that like button for me if you don't mind. It helps out the channel. Again, I got my contest I'm trying to build up, the VIP Virtual International Physique Competition worldwide. Got Greg Doucette, who told me he would judge the final event. It's all online, live event to win cash and gear. So I think it can turn out to be something really cool, an alternative to traditional bodybuilding. If we can get the word out enough, that's the hard part. Marketing is not easy. Oh, what we got? Yeah, I remember 68 degrees. I remember them having the pool in the low 70s when I used to swim as a kid, competitively. I remember we'd get to the meet to do our warm-ups, and I'm like, why is the water so cold? And they're like, you'll want to get out of it quicker, you'll swim faster. I'm like, But now when I go and swim for an hour straight and the water's kind of warm, I'm like, I wish the water was colder, because you don't sweat in the water. When I get out, I'll start sweating sometimes, but it's just, you do get, your body warms up when you're doing cardio. My heart rate was like 148 average for 50 minutes yesterday. Long-term fasting. What's your definition of long-term? I did intermittent fasting. So like the 16 minimum, anywhere from like 16 to 20, I did for almost like every day for a couple years. from like 2018 to 2020. And 2020 is when I started this channel, and I started making a lot better gains when I switched. That's when I learned a lot from Greg Doucette and like how to eat, as far as eating like more throughout the day with higher amounts of protein, training right or better than I used to. And I put on like 25-ish pounds at the same body fat percentage in the last 4 years. Probably 2/3 of that was in the first 2 years. Now it's slowed off quite a bit. But let me know like how long of fasting you're talking. I might be able to give you some tips to help with maintaining your muscle mass. All right, fourth set, 185. Should feel pretty light now. Oh, 10. I felt pretty good. My last workout I got 11. But again, I felt like if I tried another, I might bounce it off my chest, and I don't want to do that. So maybe I'll get 10 again on my next set, last set. All right, I think I'm getting warm enough not to take this off. 72 hours, then daybreak, doing this like over 21 days. Yeah, you probably will lose muscle for sure, because 72 hours without eating. The most I've done is 60. I mean, I know after like the day and a half mark, you just kind of get used to it. But as far as muscle, you're probably gonna lose muscle. You could try to do just some light resistance training each day, like a couple sets of each body part of like 15 to 20 reps, nothing crazy, just to stimulate it. Because one of the things that helps, like with dieting down for bodybuilding show, you get to a point where you're not gonna like make gains anymore, you're just trying to keep from losing muscle. So you need to stimulate the muscle to grow it in the first place. You need protein to grow it. To maintain it, you also need to stimulate it so that your body knows not to use it. So if you can do a little bit of like, you know, some kind of compound leg, like 3 exercises, like go do 3 sets of squats, like light squats. She's not out here, baby. Then 3 sets of like bench press, then 3 sets of some kind of row or pull up. Just to stimulate the muscles in general, try to maintain as much as you can so your body, if it does, I know you said you're fasting for religious reasons, but if your body does need to take something to burn for energy, it's gonna take more fat than muscle if you're using your muscle, if that makes sense. And then the day that you take a break, I would suggest eating a lot of protein, maybe like double your body weight in grams of protein. Not in a sense to like binge and, you know, because you went so long without eating, but if you're not trying to lose weight necessarily from it, I would probably try to eat like 2 days worth of calories, so you have a surplus going into the first day. The second day is, you know, almost like a normal day. If you were just starting to not eat, then the third day is where your body's starting to break stuff down more, and then the next day you eat. So I would definitely eat a lot on your off day. Make sure you have a lot of protein, train, and make sure, I just lost my train of thought. Eat a lot, train. Yeah, pretty much that. But not in a sense of binging. Oh yeah, eat like healthy stuff still. I haven't been stretching my chest. But it's been feeling good, so I guess that's why. But that's kind of the problem with a lot of stuff. Like my back, I usually go to a chiropractor once a week. And I start getting to the point, oh, it's feeling pretty good. I go less and less. And you know, imbalances get bigger, then you do heavy deadlifts with a little bit of an imbalance, and then all of a sudden you get hurt. You can come in, Ev. Just go around that way. Okay.
I'm gonna come check out the couch.
Yeah. So, same with stretching. Like,
Hey, Bill.
I gotta get myself, I'm just talking to the camera. I just gotta get myself to make sure I keep stretching to keep myself from getting hurt, you know? Even though, because when you feel better, that's when it's easy to get hurt. Especially after you've been hurting so long, you're like, oh, I feel back to normal. Then you do something crazy, but you're not fully healed, and then you hurt yourself even worse. All right, last set of bench press. What are we, 35 minutes into it? Normally I wouldn't take this long, but hey, I'm having fun talking to you guys. Granted, that's 36 minutes. We did the bar, 35, 85, 225, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 4 sets. 4 minutes of rest, that's 32 minutes. So 4 minutes of rest on average for all these. Here we go, last set, 185. I'm dropping to 135. See what we can do. This is always funny because I do that, strip this off and do 135, and it seems easy at first, and then all of a sudden it's like hitting a wall at 5 or 6 reps. I wouldn't suggest doing a drop set on bench press without a partner or without safety rails, because then you might end up dumping the weight. Oh. Whew. Felt pretty good. And that's the bench press. So now we move on to the dips. And can be doing dips and lateral raises now. I used to think like, oh, you gotta do all these exercises if you want to get built, everything great, but maybe so, but you go through phases. And this is my current phase, just doing a few things, focusing my form on just a couple exercises, doing them really good, feeling good during it, and it's good. Like my back, I can feel is a little sore right now just from bench pressing. And I got legs tomorrow. What I've been doing with legs is, did I put, okay, we're good. For legs, I've just been doing like 5 or 6 sets of leg press. And man, I tell you what, especially with this new RitFit machine I got over here, you can get extremely deep the leg press, like deeper than I could do with, I mean, deeper than the safety stop goes. So you will most definitely get a good workout if you're going full range of motion on that. But I'll do like 5-6 sets of that, and then I'll do calf raises and some, what's the other thing called? Man, I can't think straight. Calf raises and leg extensions and leg curls. And I usually only do a couple sets of leg extensions. I do like 3 to 4 in the leg curls because, I mean, the squats, the leg press is more quad focused. At least with the leg placement that I use. I do a pretty narrow grip with my feet low down on the pad. I don't know if I've ever done dips on this side before. I always put them over here, but since I got the camera here today, I figured we'd do something a little different. So I do weighted dips. You know what, I'm gonna put this back out so we can get a little bit of product placement going here. For my creatine and pre-workout, HTLT SEPs. Hopefully it doesn't fall off there and make a mess. But I start out with a lighter set, 20 reps. It's still hard by the end of it. And then heavy set, 60 pounds. Then I do a drop set, 35 pounds to 0. And I do one last set with no weight and try to hit 20 reps again if I can. Which actually gets quite difficult. Try not to speed through them too quickly. I mean, again, like I said, from what I've listened to, and those guys on Renaissance periodization are basically saying, like, it actually doesn't matter how long the slow eccentric is, as long as you're not just like completely dumping the weight or dropping your body down with a dip. Like, resist gravity some so it's controlled, and you're gonna be fine. So I'm starting out with 10 pounds. Gotta put my hat on backwards here to look cool. No, it's actually because I go down to my face, touches the bar. Now let's get some silhouette action going here. Try to not rip the cord out here. You can see my car there we're working on. There we go. Get that silhouette action. All right, let's see if we can get 20 reps with this 10-pound weight. I like to just stretch myself out in this position a little bit first. Turn this a little more. All right. Let's shoot for 20. 5. 10. 15. Woo! Not today, only 18. See, it's one of those days where I feel like I got really good sleep, I've been eating good, but then my performance is just pretty much what it was the last time, or maybe even a little less on some things. But then some days I'll be like, man, I'm gonna have a bad workout because I had babies cry in the middle of the night and hardly got any sleep, and just don't feel like I have a lot of energy. And then I hit like 2 2 rep PRs or something like that. So, you know, you just gotta push yourself regardless. Go in there, start taking it easy, and then who knows, that might be the day that you hit some PRs. Oh, but my chest is feeling pretty tight now. Again, let me know if y'all have any questions on stuff. Diet, exercise, training, reps, weights. I don't know why I didn't open that sooner. Loud trucks, welcome to Alabama. See if we got anything here. Again, let me know if y'all have questions on stuff. I'm just checking some emails and whatnot. Just got a new couch in today. All right, time for the next set. It's enough texting. Oh, we got someone on here. How to train for both bodybuilding and powerlifting goals at the same time. Oh, for me, here, let me do this set. I'll tell you what I did over the last year and a half that I was doing kind of both. Let me know too in the comments, are you training for a bodybuilding show that you want to do as well, or just bodybuilding in general versus actually doing powerlifting meets? And I'll give you my thoughts on that. All right, we got 60 pounds here. All right, stretch is feeling good. 8 reps. It's all good. It's all good. Good feel at my tricep though. So let's see. Bodybuilding in general. Okay. But I'm assuming like actual powerlifting meets. So what I did is, since you're training for bodybuilding or powerlifting competitions, like I would do a typical, I don't know if I call it typical, but the way I would do it, my powerlifting movements first. So push, pull, legs. And I'd have a day of rest in between because I don't want to do deadlifts and squats back to back. But first day, I would do squats, and then, you know, if you're doing a 5x5 or whatever your strength program is for squats, go with that. And then after that, I do everything else as I normally would for bodybuilding. So then, like leg press, maybe I'll throw in 3 sets of that. Whatever gets you to that 5 or like 8 to 10 working sets of volume, because you can grow muscle still if you're going close to failure as low as 5 reps. Like 5 to 30 reps is what they say. So if you're hitting your 5x5, that's what it is. Pushing yourself hard. Then go into leg press, get another like 4 to 5 sets of that. Really deep, or maybe like 3 to 4 sets, really deep. you know, controlled sets of like 10 to 15. And then go into, you know, if your last thing's like leg extension, leg curls, like a superset, same thing. Getting like 15 to 20 on those is really good for focusing on that and working them hard. And the same thing, I would do bench press first, whatever, you know, if it's a 5x5 or whatever, and then go on to your next thing, whether it's dips, whether it's incline dumbbell presses, whether it's a pec fly machine, do another, you know, 4 to 5 sets of that, but in those higher 10 to 15 rep ranges. And then, you know, whatever tricep and shoulder work you're gonna do in those higher rep ranges. And the same thing, I would start with deadlifts on back day, get my heavy sets of deadlifts, and then move on to the next thing. I do some like, whether it's pull-ups or lat pull down or rows, I usually try to get both those. I like to hit a vertical pull and a horizontal pull. So like 3 to 4 sets of vertical pulling, 3 to 4 of horizontal pulling. And if you want to throw some biceps in there, you're good to go. And you're probably set for the bodybuilding side of things. And don't forget the calves too on leg day. A lot of people don't do them, but I like doing calves. I don't want the bottom of my leg to look small, because when I'm wearing shorts, that's usually most of what you see. So that's how I did it. It worked fine for me. I got good progress in powerlifting. And, you know, when I switched back to just doing bodybuilding only type movements, I just upped the reps on those squats, deadlifts, and bench press. No problem, man. And good luck. What numbers did you throw down at your last powerlifting meet? I was pretty happy. I kind of hit my lifetime goal of 500 pounds on the deadlift. I got 501. I want to hit 400 on the squat, but I'm not even close. And I don't think I'm going to be doing it anymore because I keep hurting my back. Even though I like squatting, but I like a whole lot more for my back to not be hurting, because when it does, I mean, it's painful. Right down here. And bench press, I'd like to get to 315 one day, but I don't know if that's possible either for me. I'm 36, so I'm getting old. As far as lifting heavy numbers goes in the natural realm. 5. 11. Drop the weight. Keep going. 'Woo! Oh, I was about to rip that off like I'm done. That was just my drop set. I still got one more set to do with no weight. I think the max bench I got was 265? I don't totally remember now. I have to look it up. But I do remember the deadlift. That was pretty exciting. I'm gonna go ahead and get my first set of, what are these things are called? Lateral raises. While I let my chest rest. Make sure 15 pounds is right. Yeah. Set of 20. Raise this up some. Make sure I don't hit anything here. 5. 10. 15. Mm, 20. Woo, that's a shoulder pump. My wife used the weights and put them in random places, but I don't care. I'm glad that she's exercising. I'd much rather have weights that are a little out of place than her not doing any kind of exercise. Oh, got a chest pump. See that? Ooh. Probably can't see that because it's so dark. I normally put my camera on that side so the light is lighting everything up and it's not backlit. But as you can see, there's a car in the way. And this leg press machine is bigger than the last one. So, just make do. You know, it's all good. All right, last set here of dips. Just as many as I can is the goal. 5. 10. 15. I've also been cutting. When I got my blood work done in, it was November, end of November, I'd have to check. I think I was like 189 and my cholesterol was kind of high. I want to try to bring it down. So I started doing my cardio again. But I also said I'll lose like 5 or 6 pounds. I'm down to around 183, 184, depending on the day. That'll affect your strength too. So. Texas Flex, I think I know who that is. Instagram bro. Let's get some more lateral raises, guys. Move my bench back a little bit now, because I'm done over there. Another set of 20 with these, 25s. Is it 20 or 15? Yep. They're just feeling heavy. Yeah, that was getting heavy. But now, we're gonna go even heavier. Because that makes it more fun. First, hope I don't make you sick. I'm gonna move my camera back around out of the back lighting. I'm gonna build a gym one day once I get rich off YouTube and have like a multi-camera setup. There we go. How's that? A little better? Sweet. Lightweight, baby. So something I've been enjoying. Got my last 3 sets coming up, working sets of lateral raises with these micro gains weight plates. I'm sure there's cheaper versions. I mean, these things are definitely not cheap. I got the 2.5 pound sets. So rather than jumping from 30s to 35s, which is what, like a 15% jump, and that's a lot. When you're doing lateral raises, we can jump half of that, so only like 7% of the weight. Got out. Thankfully, I brought another one. And I'm pouring it in here because this is just plain water in here, but I got mixed a little of the flavoring left from my pre-workout. Oh, it's probably way too late for this. From what I was talking about earlier. But this, what I was gonna say, this hardcore stem pre-workout that I took, this is tropical fruit punch. It tastes quite good. It's a lot like the, I used to use the greens powder when I was prepping for a bodybuilding show, and it tastes just like it. So it's bringing me back to the bodybuilding prep. Oh man, got a good chest pump here. Ugh. All right, got the heavier weight. 3 sets. Last one's drop set. 32.5. I got 13 of these. I don't want to do that many. We'll see. Gotta look at myself in the mirror to make sure I'm staying even. 5. 10. Okay, I got it. 13. What are we at? An hour? Dang. Only 3 exercises in this workout. I'm still at an hour. But hey, this is like social time too. That's what happens when you're talking to bros and having fun. Again, let me know. I see some new people jumping in the comments. Let me know if y'all have any questions on anything in general. Diet, training, bodybuilding, powerlifting, life skills. Because I'm so skilled, right? But you know, I could probably give you better advice than Alex Eubank. It's just sad to see some of these guys, like, there's more to life than just like getting in shape. Because yeah, it's a good goal, and obviously you want to be healthy. But once you get a physique you want, like, I'm happy with how I look. I enjoy working out. Like, I could work out less. I could probably do like 3 a day. 3 a week and maintain what I have, like do an upper, a lower, and then a full body workout. Or just 2 full body workouts twice a week and maintain where I'm at. But I actually enjoy doing this. It's a way I like pushing myself and striving to do something. Excuse me, challenging. But once you get the physique you want, you're gonna want something else. Just like, oh, I wish I could make 100,000 a year. Once you get it, you're gonna want 150, then you're gonna want 200, then you're gonna want more and more. You gotta learn to be content. And unfortunately, Mr. Alex Eubank, even though he's got a great physique that all his subscribers wish they had, he thinks being on drugs to get even more is gonna make him happy. But it's not. Watch next, he'll be on trend. He'll be on everything in the book. So he gets validation from people he doesn't even know. So try to be content. Words of advice for today. Here we go. 8. 12.
Good job.
Thank you, sir. I mean, daughter. All right, last time on my last set I did 30. I think I'm gonna stick with 32 and a half and then drop to 22 and a half. We'll see how that goes. So I gotta get those weights. Setting it up out back. Now I shouldn't have grabbed it like that. Ow, ow, ow. Clouds, getting dark. Boom, now it's light. Let there be light. Oh wow, almost 100 views on a live stream. That's new for me. It's pretty cool. Hey folks, if you're just tuning in, I'm about to do the last set here. Wow, it looks like black and white now. There's like no color out there now. Welcome to my 1940s film that's black and white. Or maybe 20s. Yeah, because Wizard of Oz was like 1940. One of the first color movies. Wow, that's crazy. It got really dark. All right, folks. I like resting, but I also like being done when I get to the end of it. I may do some push-ups later, just for fun. But this is the last official set of the workout. Drop set, 32 and a half to 22 and a half. Let's go. One more. 11. Dropping 10 pounds. Keep it going. 2. I'm happy with that. Shoulders are burning. 11 and 11. I'll update all that in the description. Harder than last time sups or what I use for protein powders, pre-workouts, creatine. I don't have GO2 max anymore, but that's good for cardio. CamFit VIP competition, check it out in the chat, in the comments. The video for it, $5,000 you can win. It's designed to promote healthier type physiques, like you could get like this and probably win. That sounds kind of cocky. If you look like me, you could win. But like the movie star type of physique, like you see like Daniel Craig as James Bond. He's in shape, he's fit, he's cut, not overly huge. You want to help get rid of body dysmorphia by setting a standard for people to strive for where you get rewards too. So see you guys soon. Later.